Hey friends, okay, I am going to keep this super simple and hopefully explain this as best as possible because this has been a lot of questions from you guys. And as we know, nutrition is it all. We can have super fun in the workouts, we can motivate the heck out of each other, but if we are not dialed into this nutrition plan 85 to 90% of our week, then we are not going to truly see the results that we want to see. It is key to results. It is key to keeping your energy up. It is key to keeping your blood sugar from dipping. It is key to developing that lean muscle that Jericho is saying we're going to get. This is in addition to Shakeology and the performance supplements. Food is fuel. You need to look at food as fuel and not as something that is used to celebrate life, that is used to get over life, that is used to comfort life. It is fuel. And it is a mindset shift that needs to slowly take place from whatever habits that you currently are doing. Use these next 100 days to rearrange that. This is your time. This is your time to commit to a better you in every aspect of life. So if you are coming into 100, Morning Meltdown 100, and you've never done a nutrition plan through Team Beachbody, then there are basically 3 approaches to tackle your nutrition. In this plan, it's all in your nutrition guide. I am not going to read this with you. This is your job to do. Just like you were studying for a test in school, it was your job to sit down with the materials, look through everything, memorize it, understand it from inside and out. That is your job this weekend as you are prepping and planning for the start of day 1 on Monday with all of us. So, if you have never done a plan before, there is a basic plan that takes the fluff out of it that Jericho has created in your nutrition guide, and it's a 4-step process to figure out. So basically, you have to decide if you want to release weight. I like to use the word release instead of lose. Release weight or maintain weight. Then you pick from one of the 2 charts that they have included in the nutrition guide. Then you need to find the weight that you currently are. There is no calculating in this. This is super simple. So she takes the fluff out of that. So what is your weight range that matches your current weight that is on one of the 2 charts? And then you scroll to find the plan and learn what meals fit best for you in each day. So say for instance, example, you are currently between the range of 169 to 195.9. That puts you into plan B of the lose weight chart. That is about 1,500 calories a day. So in essence, you're eating a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner, and you're having 2 snacks between each of those meals. So you're eating at least 5 times a day. I will say if come by the end of the day, after dinner, you're still famished and starving, and you haven't eaten enough, then you eat. But you have to realize what are good foods. You're not going to sit down with a bowl of ice cream if you're still starving at the end of the day. You're going to sit down, maybe have an apple and some nut butter. Or maybe you'll have some veggies and a healthy dip that maybe you find on the Beachbody blog. So you have to realize, okay, what are the foods that are going to fuel me? Whatever I eat today is going to show up in my energy tomorrow. And it's a process. It's not going to be perfect in week 1. It's not going to be perfect in week 5. It takes time and tweaking and knowing that we are all human. We deserve to live and love life, everything in moderation, not deprivation, and just do your best. Any positive aspect that you do in your day, whether it's get more water in, whether you said no to that cookie, whether you got in 4 of your 5 meals that you were supposed to eat, it's all positives and it all adds up. It's when you continue to do the bad habits that you've currently been doing that have gotten you to where you're at, that you just keep doing it and just hoping and praying that these workouts work it off, because the workouts are the fun part. The nutrition is where the results happen. So if you truly are going in for these 100 workouts and you want to get in the greatest shape, you want to feel your best, your most confident self, then you need to really dial in on the nutrition and you need to take this seriously. So this is the basic vanilla plan. There's no fluff to it. They obviously, once you pick out your bracket that you fall in, they give you tons of great recipes right here in the book. Obviously, this is 100 days. It is a lot of time. And these recipes are probably going to get old quick. I am a creature of habit. I usually eat the same thing over and over again, week by week. Like I plan out my meals, and you'll see here this week how I do mine. But I plan mine out to eat the same thing every breakfast, lunch, and snack throughout the week. Dinners, I mix up every night because the family is eating dinners with me and I don't want to interrupt their love of food and enjoyment. But I can eat the same thing over and over again. That doesn't bother me. But you may get old. It may get old for you. So you also have at your fingertips, you have the Fixate Cooking Show, which is in your Beachbody On Demand library. Tons of great recipes there, all broken up by category between each meal, each snack, even cocktails, even dips, even condiments, all that kind of stuff. You can use that. Obviously, you're not using the containers, but look at them. The nutrition facts are there. If they kind of represent, say you started with the cherry blossom smoothie bowl for your breakfast in week 1, and you really love this, but you're getting sick of it by week 3, then go and Fixate and look for other breakfast recipes that kind of match the same amount of calories so you're staying within the same bracket, and enjoy that for a couple days. And just keep switching things out. Maybe make a journal for yourself. Use the B100 book for tracking and write down what meals you really love, which ones were like, no, I could do without, and start to create your own journal of favorites so you can have something to go back to and make it super simple every weekend when you have to meal prep. What was I going to say? Lost my train of thought. So yeah, you have the Fixate on your catalog. You also have the Team Beachbody blog. So if you Google Team Beachbody blog, it's going to come up. And you can also access it through your app on your computer, or your tablet, or your phone. But it'll take you right there. And you have options to tons of recipes there. So it is, let me see if I can actually find it here. I can't find it here. But I usually just Google it. You go up to the top, and I think it's under nutrition, and then you're going to find meal plans. And there are tons of options in there. There's also a category of recipes, and it's all broken up into each category recipe too. Go there as well. Pinterest is another great option. The only thing with Pinterest you have to be careful of is the added sodium and calories that you may not need. Everything that will help you stay on track, Beachbody has done a beautiful job of. And so the blog is amazing. Fixate is amazing. We are, we as your coaches can help guide you as well. So it is a very basic plan to start with to get your feet wet. If throughout the program, say you get to week 6 and you're like, you know what, I really want to dial this in more and I need something more defined, you have 2 other options, as Jericho has shared in here. And that is either following the Ultimate Portion Fix or the 2B Mindset. And those are 2 set nutrition plans that Beachbody has created with the registered dietitian nutritionist, with Autumn, with Alana. And there are 2 different ways. Ultimate Portion Fix is basically macro nutrition eating at its simplest. You're not calculating percentages in what you eat every day. You're using the color-coded containers. And you're allotted a certain number of color-coded containers every single day to fill those containers and consume them. And usually you're combining at least 2 to 3 macronutrients every day, and that is split between your healthy fats, your healthy carbs, and your lean proteins. And those are split between all of the color-coded containers that you have. That is what I follow. That is what I've been following for the last 6 years. It works for me. It has become a lifestyle. I don't have to think about it. And it has kept me in line through all my pregnancies and even afterwards. If that is something you want to consider, you don't currently have the containers, connect with your coach that has you in this group, and they will get you set up with that. 2B Mindset is more of a volume eating approach to nutrition. So if you're someone that likes to eat a lot or feel that they have to have a full plate to feel full, this is a good approach because she breaks it down into not feeling deprived, and you will not feel deprived on it because you're eating more in volume. You're eating a lot of veggies. You're looking at your water in a different way. She's got a lot of fun sayings to keep you motivated and energized. Like, here's the water bottle that you would receive. Like, some of her things are an open face is a happy face. So obviously she prefers you to eat one side of the bun rather than both. Water first, veggies most. So she's got a lot of cute sayings to keep you energized and in the game. And I love that water bottle too. But it's about understanding the purpose of food and your behaviors so that you can enjoy life. So if you're one that is an emotional eater, either of these honestly work really good in terms of emotional eating and getting over looking at your food differently. It just depends on if you'd rather see your plate as portioned out sections, or you'd rather do all the figuring out of the portions and the containers before you put it on your plate. So they're 2 amazing approaches. Both have delivered amazing results to hundreds and hundreds of people. It's just a matter of what you think will work best for you. So connect with your coach to figure out what plan works best for you on that. But you can use those. Ultimate Portion Fix will align perfectly with the Fix A Cooking channel. It will align perfectly with the 2 cooking books we have available. It will align perfectly with the Beachbody blog, because every recipe on the blog as well has the container count or the 2B mindset count. So that's why those work, because you don't have to think about calories. You don't have to count calories. I feel like with the basic plan that Jericho has laid out, it's kind of calorie counting, because if you stray off of the recipes that she has given you in the book, then you kind of have to be aware of your calories, because you are allotted. They're saying, if you fall into plan B of the lose weight, that's about 1,500 calories a day. So you're not going to go and eat greasy bacon and stuff that's loaded with cheese and a lot of sugar. And understanding what type of nutrition is in each food, you still have to kind of be aware. So it's a good starting point. If you want to move away from that and approach it with one of the 2 other options that we have to offer, then connect with your coach. But that is it. This is what you have to learn. It will take time. And a good starting point that I like to tell all of my clients and make it super simple. This is how I started out. If you go to the Team Beachbody blog and you type in the search bar, type in meal plans, you will see a whole slew of preset meal plans based on the calorie bracket that you fall into. So you figured out your calorie bracket and you go there and say you fall within the 15 to 1800 calorie bracket. You're going to have tons of options there that they basically lay out your meals and snacks Monday through Friday. They show you what to eat what day. They show you how to prepare it if you're a big meal prepper on the weekends, and they even give you a grocery list. And that is a great starting point. And what I did the first time that I tackled these meal plans is I picked out a set meal plan and I enjoyed it for 1 week. At the end of that week, I sat down and reevaluated, what did I love? What didn't I love? Things that I didn't love, I went back to the blog or the meals that were in my nutrition guide, and I replaced them out. So I kept the ones that I really loved, and then I replaced in new recipes that I could see if I liked that way. And then I ate through that week, Monday through Friday, and then I replaced and I swapped, and I kept doing that over and over again till I came to realize, this is what I'm typically eating at this meal. This is what works for me. This is how I feel after this. This is where the journal comes into play. You have to realize how you feel after certain foods, certain meals. Maybe you come to realize that dairy is not your friend. And every time that you have that bowl of Greek yogurt with fruit on top, you feel awful. You feel bloated. And maybe that is the time now to think, well, maybe I eliminate it for a couple weeks and see how I feel. So you have to become in tune with your body, realize what works, what doesn't work. I've come to realize that dairy is not my friend either. I had a bowl of regular ice cream last night, true story, and I'm feeling it today. I don't know why I did that to myself. And that is one thing I'm still trying to master and get over. So is life. But that is it, you guys. I hope that helps. If you have any more questions, comment below this post. Connect with your coach these next 2 days. This is your time to get ready, to get prepped, to really set yourself up for success come Monday. And remember, it's not going to be perfect in week 1. It may not be perfect in week 6. But you're trying and you're tweaking and you're learning, and it's a process. So this habits that you're in right now didn't happen overnight, and the change isn't going to happen overnight. You have to give yourself grace and patience and realize that this is a lifestyle you're turning yourself into, and taking those habits and turning them into good habits takes time. Okay, so that is your nutrition plan. Master it this weekend. Do what you can to set yourself up for success, even if it's one small step at a time. It doesn't have to be all out all the way in the beginning. You have to do what's best for you. But that is the gist of everything. I hope that helps.